God damn, is it live? Okay, it's live. We're live.
Okay. So the problem is that you have so many accounts now.
Wait.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Did you
Okay.
send me a message? Because the only thing that I saw was you unsent me a message.
Oh, fuck no. That was the one before because I realized I sent it to the wrong account.
Oh no.
I'm trying to keep it towards the group chat with both my personalities and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messaged you like at 9:37. Dude, start the stream on time. I'll try to be in there before the outro or intro ends.
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
I just man, okay, it's complicated. I am
right. Because honestly, the last this was in the group, right?
Right.
Because the last post that I have from you is to me, you are trash.
Oh,
and then whatever we were talking about Jaden yesterday.
Ah, shit.
So dude. I didn't even see that. So I don't have that message.
Yeah, I have just rolled out of fucking bed.
Oh no.
My hair is not brushed. The makeup I am wearing is from when I passed out last night.
Oh no.
Swear to God. True story. No one beats me. My eyes are not black, and we're gonna try to have a good morning.
Oh, there you go.
Good morning, everyone. It is June 20th, 2025.
Oh no.
And this is the Ragin to the vlogs. Are very look, executive dysfunction.
No,
I could not have named it better.
We're matching the titles this time.
And it was completely unintentional. Like I literally sat my ass in this chair 15 seconds ago.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. You ready?
Absolutely not, but neither are you, but hit it.
Trigger warning. Fuck you.
And fuck you. All right. There we are. Good morning.
Oh my goodness. Good morning. Oh. Are you
this is my new smoky eye appearance.
Oh no.
Like clumpy. Look at the fucking eyeliner chucked up over here. Like no, literally I passed out on the couch last night
on the
instead of even washing my face and getting in my bed. And I'm back here just like I fell out.
Oh,
thanks, Gabba Benton.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Oh, that explains everything.
God, dude, that shit makes me sleep so hard and have weird fucking dreams.
Well,
literally fucking dreams. Like,
oh no,
dude, my friends are in danger. I just the weirdest shit. It's like I'm not trying to do this, and people are not even trying to think like that about.
Oh my!
It'd be like, Jesus, what the fuck? Like your sexual deviance is showing. Yeah, it is every night. Every fucking time I close my eyes, some weird.
The Gabba is gonna send you to hell.
I'm either separated from my kids by a fucking war and trying to figure out how to get around to get to my children, or being a hoe somewhere.
Either one. The stress dreams.
Oh my
stress dreams are horrible. They're the worst. I hate them so
and then you wake up and you're like, sometimes you kind of like, man, if I could have just slept for 2 more seconds.
All right, no.
But then the others, it's like, why didn't I wake up 5 minutes ago?
Right. Well, that's true. Yes. So who's joining us for this? Already out the gate, we're a hot mess. Who's joining us for this today?
We got.
Hey, Lorraine.
Hey. Daddy and
Ed, hello.
And Melissa's there.
Good morning. Hello.
They're
all...
fantastical, but with real elements, and they're so vivid that even the fantastical shit is hard to separate, so it feels real.
Right.
And it's like, and then I'm sitting there and I wake up and I'm like, how in the fuck did I think that that could even happen?
Right. Yeah. No, stress dreams are the worst. I hate them so much. And what's funny is that I always seem to have them when I think that nothing's really going on. So it's like even when nothing's going on, my brain's like going, nope, stress dreams, stress dreams. Oh my goodness. So yes, and we see you, our beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. Yeah, so if you're joining us from Facebook, I highly do not recommend it.
Please just follow us on YouTube and hit the little sub bell and so you can get notifications and stuff.
Really, because even yesterday, Jose was saying that people were contacting him going, how did you get, it's like, how is your your StreamYard working normally? And the rest of ours aren't, because Jose is getting all his comments, even from Facebook and everything.
I have a suspicion. Let me test it real quick.
Oh, okay.
We can talk.
Because he had people contacted, because I guess everyone was watching his show on Tuesday, and they were like going, how'd you get all your comments? How come we're not seeing our comments, but you're seeing your comments? He's like, I don't know. So, yeah. So if you are joining us from Facebook, please come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat, keep them company. And while you're here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever any of our shows go live. And especially by coming over here to YouTube and conversing with us on YouTube, we're guaranteed to see your comments.
Nope.
So if you're on Facebook and it seems like we're not, you seem like you're talking to a void and we're not reacting to, it's because we literally cannot see your comments while you're on Facebook. Yeah, no, I'd rather have the T-Rex. Chasing me through the office dreams, then you have to lead the 3 a.m. meeting.
I'm hatching dragon eggs in a basement. I live in Louisiana. We don't have basements.
Right. When I used to work at the zoo, you weren't official until you had a dream of being trapped in the polar bear exhibit with the polar bear. Oh my goodness.
Ours works after every stream. If you want to watch us on Facebook, fine. You're watching us on the replay, so we can't talk to you. Right. Sorry.
Although go ahead.
I'm too fed up to give a fuck anymore. I've tried. It's like,
right.
Okay,
yeah, it's like, yeah. Fuck so it's StreamYard, Facebook. This is their problem going on. There just comes a point. Although going back to Lorraine's polar bear thing, although ironically that it was the penguins that were trying to murk you for real.
Penguins are evil little bastards.
So what was that? The Central Park Zoo? The penguins tried to murk her while she was cleaning their enclosure.
Oh,
so
no.
So you never know. You never know who's going to come after you. Despite of what your dreams say. Oh my goodness. So yes. So hello everyone.
Again.
Where are we? Hello, everyone. My name is Daphne. I'm an illustrator, comic book artist, and cartoonist from New York. in no particular order.
I'm trying to find them. Oh, there they are. Okay.
I've been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
I have anxiety. That means I'm in my shell and have a hard time expressing myself. I find it difficult to engage with others. So everyone shut the f*** up because my anxiety is up here right now.
It's up here right now. And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales and my medieval fantasy drama Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. You can read both my comics online at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, and Tall Tales, that's TAILS online.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. And I'll tell you more about it. Here's Nita.
Indie Comics Network. It's a channel only on YouTube right now, apparently. And you can find us at Indie Comics Net. And we're across social media, promoting, marketing, sharing, what the fuck ever. It's me and my friends. Like, I'm Nita. Hi, how's it going?
And this is what we do.
Yeah, it's a very professional setting.
Right. Yeah.
Very,
I mean, I wish videos were just as easy as to make as doing a live stream is.
Oh my God. Right?
Because it's like, I don't know. I feel kind of like I have yet to do my Monsterotica recap. Oh, penguins were at the Bronx Zoo and Madagascar was more tree than you know.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave. No, because I remember, because it's like when me and Lorraine went to see the first movie came out, we were sitting watching Madagascar and the penguins were like, the penguins.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Lorraine's like going like this, like, oh, those fucking penguins are exactly like that.
Oh, good morning, Russ.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a show if nothing came out wrong. It wouldn't be a proper show.
Definitely pros.
Oh boy. So what was I saying? Killer penguins? I don't know. Yeah. So like videos, right? Because I've yet to do my Monsterotica recap. And
it's because it's just such, they make it so fucking difficult to edit videos. It's like, God dang it.
I mean, it's just like, just having to record the extra stuff and the B-roll and the narrative and, the whole thing. And it's just like, it's just taken me forever. Like what's funny is that up until that convention, I was kind of doing okay with doing a video a week. After that convention, I'm like going, I got shit to do.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank you. There we go. Yeah.
God, don't be too nice. You might be my next victim in my sex dreams.
No,
be careful, Russ. They're horrible.
No,
so bad.
But the GABA strikes again.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the GABA or the Cymbalta or what, but the dreams are fucking weird. Like I'll be waking up wanting to be like, the power of Christ compels you to myself. Like, bitch, what are you doing? Why? What? I would never in a million years. Some of these things I'm dreaming, and it's like, please stop.
Now it's like you see people. You go.
I'm just like, man, you only know what happened to you last night.
Yeah, GABA's because my mom hates taking that shit too. It's like, because she takes one and she says it knocks her out for the whole day. And mind you, the doctor's prescription is for 3.
Yeah, no, mine too.
And she's like going, I who's gonna like, what are you trying to do to me?
Right.
I'm not gonna take 3.
Well, it started off like I was sitting on the couch and I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to finish this episode. Right. I don't even remember what I was watching. And then I'm going to go to bed. And then the earthquake happened and we were stuck at the top of the building because the elevator fell through the elevator shaft.
Right.
And me and whoever was there, I'm not naming names.
All right.
We're bored. We had nothing better to do while we waited to be rescued.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Yeah. But then after, it was like, oh my God, I could have just walked out the fucking balcony window because the building had fallen so far over. It was level on the ground on the other side.
Oh my God.
So I just left and I'm like, I'm like, this never happened.
All right. So maybe symbolically it means that the things that you think are problems are not as big as you think they are.
They never are. They never are. At the end of the day, in hindsight, they never are.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's always how it works, right? Yeah, but thank you, Lou. Thank you.
Hello, Matthew.
Yeah, hello.
I'm sorry.
I still have to send out. Yeah, I sent out an update for Eagle Raven 10. I'm just touching up I'm doing like a rough edit on chapter 10 of the novelization, so I can send that out at the same time as the PDFs, so everyone can get a load of the new scenes that are in the novelization that are not in the comic. So and then one and then once I have that, and then it's like once I have that that finished, then I'll send out all the PDFs, and because all the physical books are sent out except for the 5 sketch covers I'm doing this weekend. So I'm almost done with fulfilling issue 10. I'm currently also I'm a page and a quarter away from the halfway mark on issue 11. So
Nice.
once I actually finish page 16, then I'm going to do the pre-launch page for issue 11. I'm still not sure when I'm going to launch it. I still want to launch it in July. Well, like I said, but some things are floating around that might delay that. It might force me to push it to August. I'm not sure. But my goal is to launch it in July, even if it's not exactly the date that I want to. But yeah, so once I finish issue 16, I'll do the pre-launch page. And then once I get further along in the issue, then I'll announce the final launch date for that campaign. Because I still can't believe I'm on issue 11.
It's fucking awesome.
You know,
I'm almost there.
Almost there, yeah. And really, I mean, it's been a little tough, to tell you the truth. Ever since I finished like the layouts of the entire series, like the series is done. I'm literally just inking and coloring. And you know, I already have all 16 issues done, you know, like drawn out and everything. But I don't know, like ever since I finished that 16th issue, it's like I've just been finding myself kind of like dragging with actually finishing the series. Like it's just kind of weird that it's like my brain says you're finished. Why are you still working on this? As if it's not really finished. So you know, so it's just been, I don't know, it's just been kind of like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I do have to admit, the thing that I do genuinely feel bad about, and probably maybe after I finish issue 12, I'll make an effort to do this before I start on the last 4 issues of Eagle Raven, is that I feel bad that I didn't finish those last 2 issues of Tall Tales. I really do. So the second story arc that I have, Tears of the Mother, it's a what was it? It's 8 issues. It's supposed to be an issue story arc, right. And I only finished up to issue 6, so we do have the first trade paperback out.
I have delayed it a bit. It's all right.
And you know, and it's like I should have finished those 2 issues before I started Eagle Raven back in 2021, but that's just not how it worked out. And the funny thing is that for all the things that I complain about other creators are doing, you know, and it's like, oh, that annoys me. And then I turn around and it's like, hey, you stupid bitch, you're doing the same thing too.
Right.
You know, and it's like that's kind of, so it's like I always have to remind myself that it's like I can't hold other creators to a standard that I'm having trouble holding myself to. You know, like the whole thing about, oh, well, you never finished your story arc, or so many creators never finished their story. And it's like, oh, wait, you know, how many people are waiting for Tall Tales to finish? And I'm like in the middle of another series. You know, it's like, you know, so it's like I feel kind of like shitty about that. You know, so it's like, yes, I'm kind of thinking like after issue 12, before I start on the next 4 issues, which makes the last trade for Eagle Raven, to finish those 2 issues, just to have them finished, so I can have that second complete trade for Tears of the Mother. I mean, it's kind of, it's, I mean, and then in the end, I have to think about, look at how long it's taken Colleen Durant to finish A Distant Soil. Like she says that, like that book is as old, is practically as old as ElfQuest, in terms of how long it's taken her to do the work that she's done. And so she was working on Good Omens, and the Kickstarter, and she just finished it. And she said, and even while she was working on that book, she said that she just wanted to get it done so that she could just finally put that to bed. And then she's going to work from this point on. She's only going to work on A Distant Soil to complete it. And it's like, wow, you too. It's like, it's like, there just comes a point where it's like, okay, I don't know. So that's kind of the thing. When the finish line gets closer, it gets more difficult. And I'm sure the word is in German. Yeah, I'm sure it's in German too.
And it sounds vulgar.
Right. Yeah. Because with every one of my issues, I've always had this problem that it's like that I could go I can go through that issue on a good clip. And then by the time I reach maybe the last bit of it, especially when I get into the last 10 pages, all of a sudden it's like, I'm like dragging my ass on just finishing that issue. That happens to be on every issue. So I don't know why this is surprising me. I mean, and it's kind of the thing where it's like, if I haven't been able to figure out how to get over that hump all this time, I mean, I don't know why I think I can change that, at this point now. I mean, I want to get these books done. But I don't know. I just feel really bad about those two issues. Like I made an attempt to start issue 7, and I was just so distracted by Eagle Raven that it was just like, I can't concentrate on this right now. But I am going to finish it. So, that's so that's kind of like my little confession there.
You can always feel free to put it in the chat. Usually if it's anything that's going to be more than just a link or whatever, it helps if you just DM me before the show or whatever.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Because throw it in the chat, and if it's a link, I'll go in and copy the link and make it to where it's clickable.
Right. Yeah, because it's what happened is that only authorized people can put links in our chat. So
which that sucks, because what it should be is anybody should be able to do it, but we should be able to turn them off.
Oh, well, yeah, it's either all or nothing.
Right.
That's the kind of thing. Like if you were an approved, but technically that's what the wrench means, that you're an approved poster, and we're not going to give that to everybody. So yeah, so if you want to promote a book and you want the link to show up, just DM Nita, and she'll put it in the chat. So let's see. So also, what else?
Eating elephants, one bite at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Melissa. So right before the show, I swear to God, it's like I think we're all having the same anxiety dreams. Swear to God. Because Melissa had just put out her latest newsletter, and I had gotten it just before the show went live. And what was funny was that was kind of like what I was thinking about talking about for the topic of the show. And I was talking to Jose a little bit about this the other day. And so, and what's funny is that, there's something about Blue Sky, right? There's something about that, right? So the thing that I like about Blue Sky, right? Your mileage may vary as to whether you're able to actually promote.
We're sending you a link. Hop in.
Or not. We're not. Don't worry.
I like to scare them.
that that like whether Blue Sky is effective for you to promote or not, because Blue Sky really does require you to curate your feed. It really does. It doesn't run on algorithms. It literally shows you what you follow. And so because of that, it's very nice. I find it as a platform for artists, it's very nice because wow, am I able to see a lot of artwork on Blue Sky, right? And and I feel like I have my feed curated really, really well. Because pretty much a lot of like the outside, like I rarely hear the outside drama. Like if there's any drama going on with artists or publishers, or I get very little of it. It's not like on Twitter where it's almost like that shit would like force itself on you, type of like you're gonna know about this whether you like it or not. Blue Sky doesn't have that issue. So it's all artwork, but especially lately, what's really funny is that how much, like, no matter just how much you curate your stuff, right? And it's like you have the most beautiful feed, right? Because it's all like this beautiful artwork that everyone's posting, and it's like, you would think that looking at all this artwork would be like, oh, it's so refreshing, no drama, just artwork, and oh, I'm so inspired, and this, that, and the other thing, right? And I began to realize that especially lately, the opposite was beginning to happen. Where what happens when the motivators or the things that are supposed to be motivating turn into demotivations.
Eek.
Right? So there's this, do you remember like this poster series where some guy created demotivations, which was supposed to be a parody on motivational
posters?
Yeah, the demotivational posters, right? And there's one that I keep on my fridge, right? That it's like, if you never lose sight of the shore, you will never know the terror of being lost. It's forever lost at sea.
Oh my god.
And and it's kind of like, I don't know, that one just like really, really resonated for me. So I always keep it up. So it's on my fridge. And that's kind of like what I've been like feeling, where it's like I'm looking at all this beautiful, beautiful artwork. And then it's like I said, instead of being inspirational, all of a sudden it's like, you're never going to be that. You're never going to do anything near that level of quality. You're never going. So it's like, forget it. It's like your stuff is never going to look like that. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. So Melissa put out a newsletter where she's pretty much going through the same thing, where it's like, it's like you're asking yourself, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why, it's like, why does my artwork look the way it does? And it's like, and I can't seem to like make that next step, it's like, no matter like how much I'm working, it's like, it doesn't look like that, and I kind of got a feeling of that at Monsterotica, and and the funny thing is, like, I was following all of the artwork, all of the artists who showed at Monsterotica.
Wait a minute, you got an dude,
and
have you seen some of those covers?
Right. Well,
Daphne.
yeah, I know.
Daphne.
See, logically,
Daphne.
I know. Logically, I know. And but we're not talking. It's the non-logical lizard brain.
Dude, there is like, no, you don't
right.
have to. That is not something. Oh, I put the preview in the link in the chat.
Okay, there you go. So Matthew is saying that his book Night Slayers is on Global Comics.
A preview for it. So it's coming soon. So the link is in the chat.
There you go. So everybody who wants to check that out, feel free.
But
yeah,
dude,
so
we've had this conversation.
I know. I swear to God.
What is up with this imposter syndrome?
Sometimes I wonder whether it's like, holy shit, I thought this girl had all her shit together and she's like a fucking...
No, bro, them days are gone. Them days are gone.
No, those days are long gone. We know for a fact that
I love you so much, but those days are gone.
You know, I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, you know, it's just like penguin brain. Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
So I was kind of like having a little, like having that kind of like that moment at Monsterotica, but luckily I was kind of like really like in the moment to like notice it. Until of course I got home and like really thought about it. And it's like, because like the thing is, it's like, like I was supposed to go to the convention to self-promote and talk to the authors. And I do have to admit, like, even though like the place was like super crowded, right? But the thing is, though, is that I ended up learning later, like with some of the authors, because I followed them on Threads, that they were talking about like all of the artists and graphic designers that they had met at the show and how they were. And I like felt like such a dick because it's like, oh, so, I could have just been doing that. I could have been doing that anyway. And just being like rude as shit to the people behind me and just done that anyway. And, but no, it's like, I had to be a complete chicken shit at that show. Dude. And then it's like seeing, and then it's like seeing
that's your foot in the door to engage in those conversations and be like, dude, I was afraid you guys would consider it rude and write me off if I just jumped in there. Like, would you like to see some art? Here's my goddamn portfolio, bitches, right. And it's better than the trash you were saying at the convention,
right?
Wait, that's ugly. That's rude. I'm sorry. It's
yeah, but that that's kind of like that's how that's our brain talking. And
too, Rob.
It's like, yeah, like I said, it's been going around. And it's like, yeah, so it's just, I've just been like, I don't know. Yeah. I've just been like feeling kind of like weird like that, that it's like, oh, how, it's like, look at all these people doing all this like great artwork. And it's like, I'm nowhere near that, and mind you, I'm not even talking about, you see, the funny thing is though, is that when I look at like Arthur Adams or Neil Adams or John Buscema, however you pronounce his last name, I hear it like so many different ways, like even like, it's like, yeah, I know.
And in this corner, standing at barely 5 feet, the furry fucking queen. Like, yeah, bitch, get in there and fucking own that shit.
And it's like, yeah, and I guess that there just like comes a thing where it's like, oh, it's like, it's very easy, I guess, for me to talk myself out of shit. And I think that's probably what happened at the show, where it's like, I kind of got so overwhelmed that I talked myself out of it.
We do that.
That it's like, and then I use the whole being polite thing as the excuse, and it, and
you are from New York.
We don't want to be bothered.
You motherfuckers knock people over.
Yeah, I know. It's, so I don't know. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So when Melissa had her, did her newsletter, it's like, oh, it's like, it's like going around. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's, so yeah. So it's like, like, yeah, like there's certain artists that like looking at Arthur Adams stuff. I'm never going to confuse myself with that. So it's like, that doesn't seem to have the same effect. It's like, looking at Mike Mignola stuff or Wendy
Are you in this
Keys,
mentality of the competition?
No, not at all.
Good. Okay,
not
good.
at all.
'Cause
No,
like,
that
please don't do that. Good morning, Glenn.
No, hey Glenn. It's kind of like, I don't know, like kind of wondering if like, it's like I understand, like as artists, we kind of like to hype ourselves up in our heads. It's like, because it's like, oh yeah, it's like, I like my stuff and this, that, and the other thing. But then it's like that, then it's like when I'm seeing too much of, I guess, like this other artwork, and it's like, oh,
the market's flooded. I'll never stand out.
Something, well, that's a part of it too, right? That's a part of it, right? And then all the rain. Yes, it has been raining for like the past week or so. Maybe that does have something to do with it. Not getting sunlight. I'm withering in the corner. Somebody spritz me. I don't know. Yeah, so it's just like, kind of like wondering. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's just, it's that stupid shit. It's that stupid shit. As much as, it's like I'm looking at this artwork to be motivated, and then instead I'm finding myself the opposite. Like, what's the point? It's like,
right. Everybody else is doing it.
It's like, grown. So it's like, yeah. So I'm kind of like trying to convince myself that that's stupid.
Right.
That it's like the only person having a problem with my artwork is me. Nobody else is having this problem with my artwork.
Million moms, but we don't talk about them.
They're fake anyway. They're three evangelicals in a trench coat. So yeah, so I don't know. And I guess, and also it's like lately this morning, I decided to work a little bit on my Baltimore setup, and trying to like distract myself, I guess. Yeah, it's like, or kind of like what we were talking about last week. What am I doing wrong? Definitely easy to get caught up in that, right? I mean, it's like, that just seems like everybody else. And you see, and that's the ironic thing, because because it never fails. Every time I think somebody has their shit together, I find out they don't have their shit together. So I don't know why, again, I'm holding myself to a standard that nobody else has.
You know what you ladies need?
What?
You ladies need an all-female podcast that comes on every now and then. Bitches motivating bitches. And we get together like those men, and it's nothing but a panel full of women. We pack as many people as can fit in it, and we all talk about how great each other are, and we circle jerk each other and build each other's confidence.
Oh, do you think that's what we need?
Well, that's what the guys do, and they seem to be all right. So.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. It's like, what's podcasting but just therapy? Public
I love
therapy
you,
anyway.
Melissa. Kiss me, Lou. It's amazing. You're already it's like the stars in the sky,
right?
In your eye. Like just all this wonderful shit, and just like just enough to keep each other just going. Just go,
right?
Bitch. Go,
right?
You got
this. I guess, right? Oh my goodness. So yeah, so I was working on my what? I thought this was the show. I mean, if you consider this a weird sort of motivation. If anything, what we do say is that, oh, you're feeling like shit. Us too. It's not just you. It's not just you.
You are not alone.
Oh, yeah, pretty much, right? Which is funny because ironically though, I think that's part of the reason why we do end up like this, because everybody else is talking about how great it is.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's talking about how it's like, oh, look how much money I made, and look how many books I've sold, and look at how well I did at these conventions, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you start thinking about why am I not having that? I feel like
here's me counting my change, trying to decide between a bag of hot Funyuns or ramen noodles for dinner.
Well, definitely go for ramen. That'll fill you up more than the Funyuns.
You're not my real dad.
So where was I? Oh yeah. So
Rob could even come on. Rob would be the
you.
Wolf Daddy would be allowed.
Right. We would have to. Yeah. It's like I said, it would be the confirmation bias podcast. Yeah. Exactly. Oh. So I think So the fact that I think that we talk about anxiety,
bitch, you need a push. Come to Daddy.
That we talk about this, that I think in a strange way, it's like it's demotivating until you realize that it's actually motivating, because it's like
that's what we all need with a supportive father. We all got daddy issues, and there's
we have wolf daddy issues. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, Baltimore Comic Con. So I'm putting together like these little packets, right?
Oh, your grab bag?
Yeah, my little grab bag.
God damn, Daphne, what'd you break?
Well, so I have like this little sample. I have to actually get around to like building a test setup of my display, just to make sure that all this shit I'm making actually fits on it. Because it's like I'm just like mindlessly making all this stuff, and it's like, and I'm not even confirming whether I'll even be able to put everything on the display. So this is a square, right? So one piece of my display, right? So I've been taking like all my extra postcards and stickers. And this one, speaking of Rob, I mean, this is
professional. You look, Jesus,
this is I have extras of these prints that I made, crossover prints that I made for Nightwolf and Eagle Raven, and so I had some extras, and
like good bras,
like yeah, exactly. And I've just been like making little sets of them, and then like making the tag and stuff, and I figured it's like, okay, so this is how it kind of looks. So the way my setup is, it's like I'll be able to fit like 9 of these packs on one, like on one, like I think it's like it's 3 panels, yeah, and or maybe like a little bit more depending on how. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like it too.
It's decorating Melissa's house,
and so I'm just trying to like work all this out. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to like so it's like, what's really funny is that now, like last time I was at Baltimore, I felt, like when I was looking at photos, like, oh my God, it's like my shit doesn't look professional at all. And it's like, maybe that's why people come to my table,
looks like something.
And now it looks like I'm overcompensating.
So what?
I'm going in the opposite direction.
Okay, we love your monster truck with the balls swinging in the back, okay?
But the thing is, though, I really do like the way this is coming out.
It looks really nice, Daphne.
So yeah, so that's the thing, right? So I need to make a test setup so that I know everything will fit, because I do have like kind of like a mock-up as to what the display is going to look like. But after doing like this one section, which would go like here, like, right. So I probably fit like 9 postcards in this area here. So what I was thinking of doing is like taking this top part and this middle part, and then like just filling in these two spots instead, so I get more flat panels, so I can hang more postcards. And and just like kind of figure out how I'm gonna. I probably put Silvermane here. I want to buy like one of those little turntables, those little mini display tables that turn, so I can put Silvermane on it, and then he would turn. Superstar. It's like, so I'm being like mad extra, but you know what? At least this time around, it's like I can say this. Like, look, I'm as professional as I'm going to look for an artist alley, right? So the other day when we were talking about, like in the end, does it matter if our comic books are the lowest selling stuff at a show? Like, in the end, does it matter? As long as we're making money on our stuff, does it matter? It's like we do all this work on our comics, but say the postcards, I sell more postcards than I sell more comics. Like, should I, it's like, honestly, it's like I would still have my feelings hurt because I put so much more work in the comic. But in the end, if they're still buying my artwork, does it matter, right? So that was what we were talking about on, I think, like the previous show. And I've mentioned the whole thing about like, if you could Hello Kitty your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Right. If you could Hello Kitty your stuff, that it's like that maybe if that brings attention to your table because it has, or your stuff, because it's like you have this very generic looking thing, as opposed to like something specific like a comic, if that's what attracts people to your table, does it matter, right? So I decided to put my money where my mouth is. If you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen these. So I made a little Hello Kitty Eager Raven, right? And because the table is supposed to represent all of our books, so here is a little Hello Kitty Oswald, right? And then last but not least is a little Ravenwood. So I made so I'm going to have these on the table somehow. That's why I would need to do like a mock setup so I could put these on there and test out.
Thank you.
No, yeah, you see, that's kind of the point. What's funny is that when Jose came home the other day, when I first showed off the Oswald, when I did these two, and I showed off the Oswald one, Jose goes, "Can you do a back for this?"
Right? Oh,
and you do a
fabric print.
Like
so that Care Bear pillows.
Because what he wants to do is that he wants to price out a keychain. So so I did do the back for him. So we'll see if he does that or not. So but yeah, so this is just what the back is playing here on the both of them. But so who knows? We'll get to see, because that's the funny thing. A lot of the Chinese manufacturers, they're eating the cost of the tariffs to keep people buying shit from them. And I was telling Jose, it's like Vogris was one of the big ones that a lot of the anime kids use. They're eating the cost of the tariffs. They're like going, don't worry about it. The prices are going to remain the same. Whatever tariffs you pay, we're going to cover it. Right? And I told Jose, it's like, damn, that either means that their margins on making this shit is so big that they can it's like, right, it's like well, they are like the acrylic standees,
right?
So already everybody is like going, oh, you could do this, you could do that, you could do the other thing. And it's like, it really is funny that once you simplify the characters a certain way like this, all of a sudden the merchandising options just open up. you know, so so my idea is having these guys at Baltimore. They're going to be decoration, of course, right? But the what I want to do is I want to see just how many people come to the table because of this, right? Where's my clip? So I have this. I could just lay it flat like that. Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to ignore this part, but whatever. It's like, because I want to be able to have it. So I have these little clips that I've seen people use on their booths. So this is like price tag clips. So the idea that what I wanted to do, okay, let me see if I could do this without. So it's supposed to I'm probably gonna have to put a second one just to stabilize it a bit,
Right.
But something like that. So people will see the babies at the top,
right?
And then it's like they'll come over, they'll see this, and then it's like,
what you got here?
What you got, right?
Right.
So it's like, so that's kind of the idea that I have, because I don't think we're going to have room on the table, because also what I want to do, this is something that Rob had mentioned, and then I've heard another creator say, it's like, have sample comics already opened up on your table.
Right.
So I want to have the display, and then like in front of it, just have a comic opened up.
Right.
So that, anybody who comes by the table, that they'll automatically see what the interiors look like. And maybe like there's a scene there that, that'll attract their attention. And then it's like, so they'll see the baby, they'll come over, and then they'll see the open comic. And then you have like the rest of this.
The merch.
So that's what I'm kind of like trying to figure out for Baltimore, and I've been looking at the displays that I was seeing at Monsterotica as well. And like, okay, like what else could I do to make it, I'm still debating. There's these unicorn fairy lights that I saw on Amazon that I might get just to have a lighting element on the table.
That is the fastest way to catch my attention, like a moth to a flame,
right?
motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like
that's how I found an artist at MegaCon.
Right.
Like, and that I made that the focal point of how I got around was based on her light.
Right, because like I at Baltimore I had this light, right? I had this light at the top. But the thing is though, it's like I'm going to take that ledge so that I would have more hanging space. Right. So I would have more panels to hang stuff on. So if I'm not, although I might bring it anyway, just in case I have room on the table itself, and just have that light fixture there. Or maybe like just tuck it in a corner, like, like I'll have the stuff hanging here and maybe have that light here.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's battery powered, it's not like I have to worry about. And then there's like those fairy lights. So I think that's all I'm showing off. So,
well, no, I don't know if I'd have it in front of other merch.
Well, that's the thing; it wouldn't be in front of other merch.
Oh, okay.
That's because it's like you're going to have the stuff hanging, and then there's probably going to be like enough of a gap there that I can have the light there. That's what I was thinking. Yes, I'll probably like just go ahead and buy them because even if I just have them kind of like dangling here, nothing fancy.
Ooh, pretty. And there you go.
Right. Yeah.
It works every time.
Right. That's because I had fairy lights at Baltimore, but I didn't like them very much. They were a little, I don't know, too much wire, too much wire going on. So, I would rather like these more decorative lights, or I could bring a spinning wheel like George has, right? No, I don't want to bring a spinning wheel. I don't want to bring a wheel. So I'm going to trust the power of the babies to to bring people to the booth.
You need to make you little pillows with them.
Yeah, you see,
all you have to do, and you can do a do it yourself.
No,
as a
that's
stretch goal, because
right.
you fold one little piece of fabric up and mail that bitch off with comics. In a Gemini, it would even fit, because you do them just that size, and you leave like a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of fabric on either side, and just let people flip them inside out, sew them together, fucking stuff them bitches with cotton.
Right? No, because that was something. Because when
so
I was like a lot younger. It's like we used to have a lot more fabric stores in the area.
And they all sold
and
those stupid pillows so you learn to sew.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, and they had like Disney cat. For some reason, I remember
Care Bears was big.
Specifically with Dopey on it. I don't know whether I had the Dopey one or it's because I just kept seeing it at this fabric store we kept going to.
I had all the Rainbow Bright sprites.
Right. And it's like, and what it was that it was just like printed fabric back and forth. And then you were supposed to it's supposed to teach you to sew. You sew it and you make like a little pillow. Like that. It's like, yeah, I would have to just, I don't know. You see, just doing this design, right? And it's like, oh, everyone's like, oh, that'll be great as this, that'll be great as that, as opposed to like something a little bit more complicated, a little bit more like realistic looking, like, the merch potential for this design is a lot more limited than this.
Right.
Which is where the Hello Kitty effect comes in. So, and then the question is that, oh no, stay right there. Will this make people interested in this?
Right.
That's
for science.
That's the question, right? So, so like I said, Jose is going to he might be doing keychains. I'm not sure. Depending on how his comes out. I don't know. Depends. It depends. Because I don't know if he's going to do the flat ones, the flat rubber ones, or the ones that are kind of like a little sculpted. I don't have any of them right now near me. So, but it's like, like these little rubber ones that are like little chibi sculpts. So yeah, I don't have anything nearby. I can see them on my keychain, on my key rack over there, but it's like, oh, I can't reach. So I don't know which ones. He's been dying to do something for like the longest time. But he just hasn't, I don't know, like decided on something that he felt would work. And it's like, and me fucking around, I guess, finally gave him a design to do it. So, yeah, so I'm just like, kind of like, I don't know, like, yeah, so I'm in a mood again, but yeah, like, so that's, but I don't know, it's like, so I do like the way my table hypothetically is looking. But like I said, I'm going to have to like actually set this up so that I get like a real sense of what I can fit. So I'm not like blindly making all this merch and then realizing I have too much.
Where will I put it?
Right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so, again, I find myself in my feels again. And the fact that Melissa happened to write about the same thing, it's just like, girl, high five. And it's just like, yeah. So when artwork, when other people's artwork turns from motivation to demotivation, right? It's like, it's kind of, I don't know. Like I said, I had this inkling of it at Monsterotica, but it kind of went full blown. like in the past couple of weeks or so. It could be weather related. I don't know. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just kind of like weird because it's not like it's enough to make me stop, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it is the type where, you know, that meme where you see the girl coloring and she's crying the entire time. You know, it's kind of like she's still doing the thing, but she's like, it's like that. it's like that. It's not like it's enough to make me stop. But you know, but the thing is, though, it's like it's enough to just make me like, oh, it's as good as it's gonna get. I don't know. I'm never gonna be like that, you know. Blah blah blah. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's, you know, or at the same time, I could just get off my ass and actually like try to figure out how they color the way they do. Yeah. Oh my God. Like this is our cheering section.
Emotional damage.
That's so accurate.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just being stupid again.
It's okay.
You know, it's like
you're not being stupid though. It's not stupid. It's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. You know, that's a good word. That is a good word description for it. It's like, because it's like, yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, exactly. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's unnecessary because in the end, it doesn't really do anything. But like I said, it's like, you know, or maybe I should just like,
it keeps you humble.
Or I could just like figure out, you know what? It's like, if there's a certain technique that everybody likes in their artwork, maybe I should just learn how to do that and kind of like get past that hump. That it's like, is it really the artwork that I'm kind of like, you know, it's like what is it exactly that I'm really upset about? Is it the technique? I can learn technique,
right?
You know, I mean, it's like, you know, in the end, it's like, it's, you know, because she mentioned Kellogg Loop, right? Is this Australian artist that actually I just recently got his book. Where is it? Like, so she had mentioned like this guy. She had mentioned Kellogg's Loop. He's an Australian artist, right? And I had been following this guy for a while, and he recently put out a Kickstarter. You know, so this is the book that we got, and it's like, and it shows like his watercolor paintings. And here's the thing: the book shows technique. We're here crying over how good his artwork is. And the book is literally a step-by-step instructional on how he does his paintings. So it's like, if it's just really the technique that we're concerned about, you know, we could just try it. I mean, the only thing is that we know that we're not going to be painting at this quality right off the bat.
Right.
I mean, this is years of practice. I remember his artwork being, when I was first watching him years ago, you know, his artwork wasn't as refined as it is now, you know? And it's like, so is it, what exactly are, you know, like, are we upset about? You know, it's like, is it the fact that our stuff's not going to look like this on the first try? You know, that honestly, that maybe no matter what we do, our artwork will never look like this. You know, and then the question is that, why is that a problem? You know, you know what I mean? I guess this is this is where I go from despair to like what was that called? Aggressive motivation. You know, so yeah, so it's like if I know that all these, you know, that all these people, that all these authors that I was looking at, they all love that kind of like softer airbrush style. Like, really, is it that much of a stretch for me to learn how to do that?
Right.
Why am I acting like I can't learn how to do that? Especially since, like you said, have you seen some of the work that they buy?
Right. Some of it be the crappiest fucking line art you ever want to see. Okay, I'm sorry. Some of it is like beginner level line art with fantastic soft paint over it. Like,
right. You know, it's right. You know, I mean, it's like
it's that painterly aesthetic.
Right. They like so yeah. So why am I acting like that's an impossibility, you know, for me, which is it's not. It's not. It's like it's just like, you know, okay.
God damn it, I have to change something.
Right. Yeah. You know, like I don't know, like I have to like figure out like maybe the next pinup that I do, maybe I should try it in that style instead and see like how far I can go with it, you know? And then if it's, and maybe, you know, and maybe it's something that maybe I won't even like doing. Maybe it's like, oh, I don't really like the way it looks on my stuff, you know? Maybe that could be it too. And I'd be crying over nothing, you know? I don't know. All your notifications are going off.
Yeah, I got a weirdo. Here's the thing, people. Like, just because you think you know someone on social media does not mean you know them. If you've only ever seen me on Facebook, you don't know me. In fact, the only person in this room that could really say they know me right now would be Daphne.
Right? Yeah, like, I've literally had her in my house.
Like, it's not. Oh my god, these guys get so fucking comfortable, and like this dude's dropping fucking porn in my DMs, and it's like, bruh, look, I don't need that from you. Obviously, I have plenty of my own. Have you seen?
Right? Yeah, it's like we have our own archives.
Like, Jesus, go the fuck away.
You know, I mean, yeah. So that's where we end up. Where we end up on the aggressive motivation. On the other side. You know, so it's like, yeah, it's like, look, and also it's like we forget like how long it takes to learn shit.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's the thing. It's like what it takes, you know, the whole 10,000 hours of dedicated mastery, right? Dedicated practice to achieve mastery. You know, I'm
going to be a caulk master by the end of this house.
Caulking.
This damn accent. Yeah, I'm gonna be a caulk master because as much time as it's been taking, Jesus Christ.
So how's your bathroom?
I'm gonna start trimming today.
Oh, so, okay, that's good.
Like when I get out of here after I wash my face and my ass crack from last night, I'm gonna start painting. Not gonna bother showering because I'm gonna get filthy. So
right,
I'm gonna freshen up to get dirty.
Yeah, just enough to wake you up,
right?
So that you can.
So I don't think I've ever crawled out of bed into a stream before.
Well, yes, you have. I think you.
No, not like this. Like I've been like okay, and I've had like enough time to make a cup of coffee or whatever.
Right.
Today was like, fuck. Right. Just start the show and I'll be there.
Right. Okay.
That's all I had time to do.
Crawl right in. Oh my goodness. So I think that's enough whining from me.
You good now, Daph?
No, I'm not. But
you want to message me later and talk some more?
You know, I mean, it's like I just I do have plenty of work that I need to do. You know, maybe it's because I have. Maybe it was just too much rain. So now it's sunny. It's nice.
Depressions.
Right. And it's going to like in the next couple of days, it's going to go to 100.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, what did they call it? A heat dome or something? Where it's like that there's this high pressure that's going to be holding in all of the humidity.
All I know is it just feels like we're being microwaved already. Like,
right. Yeah.
And I didn't realize that fucking a lot of antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds are reactive to heat and UV light. And so, like, that's not what you want to be on during a Louisiana fucking summer.
Right. Yeah. Like
I'm like, why am I dying trying to walk across the parking lot? I mean,
because
Jesus,
you're dehydrated. You're immediately dehydrated. You're like a California raisin.
Like a goddamn raisin. Like, no shit, dude. Like, I'm like, it was like.
Right. Yeah. So it's like you have to like overhydrate. Yes, Melissa, we will get through this together. Comic friends. Yeah, exactly. Bitches being non-gender.
We're not going to be circle jerking. We'll be circle twerking. Hey, back it up. Back it up. With the one dude, Wolf Daddy.
Oh my God! So maybe we finally hit the limit for today.
And shower.
Right, exactly.
Oh my God, my life.
That's true. Yeah. You have time to cry, try to clean.
You can do both.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
multitask, bitches.
So I would ask you if you have any final words.
I do not, Daphne. I do not.
Don't make it worse, Rob. Don't encourage her. Oh my God. So any like final words? Not final words.
Check out the fucking comics. They'll be in the comments later because I didn't even do that.
Oh no.
That's my executive dysfunction.
Right. Yeah.
I'm so good at dysfunction. It's
a lot
executive.
Of dysfunction today. A lot of dysfunction today.
So much.
So this too shall pass. Only to happen next month.
Fuck, what are you talking about? We're gonna do this again Monday.
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh my God. So thank you everybody in the chat for joining us and putting up with our nonsense. Thank you so much to all the beautiful eyeball people listening to us in the background.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But I hope you got your work done, or at least got some work done in spite of it. So. But thank you so much. You could be listening to anything else and you decided to listen to us. So thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. And it's like, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. Because you keep coming back. So you might as well.
You might as well.
Might as well. Oh my goodness. So if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and everything else, you can head on over to my main portfolios at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. You can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook if you're interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And you can also find me here on YouTube for all my videos and my semi-weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's every alternate Wednesday, 2 hours of me just working on whatever and hanging out with the chat and having whatever random conversations we feel like having. It's kind of like being at a convention, but you don't have to worry about the display next door falling on top of you. So. And remember that you can also read Ego Raven, Air the First Unicorn, for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales. That's TAILSonline.com, where you can read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, and you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears in the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday. If you want an easier way to read Ego Raven and Tall Tales, you can head on over to Webtoon. Ego Raven updates every Tuesday on Webtoon, and Tall Tales updates every Thursday. Thank you so much again for joining us. Yeah. Mood. We will be back on Monday with another round of whatever this is. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. Thank you so much again, and watch out for those penguins.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.